Right, today we're looking at Real Madrid's Carlo Ancelotti's 4-3-1-2 with Jude in the hole, two wide forwards in Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr. And then you guys have got a little bit of flexibility depending on the person like you've got a little bit of flexibility into that midfield and the different roles you could choose. I've also put it into FM because people have been asking for my replications to have some little sims. I've done a season sim. We've won the league with it as well. 27 won, 8 drawn, 3 defeats, 101 goals scored. I think despite this being a replication and not like OP bullshit kind of stuff, this has worked wonderfully well. Let's go and find out how I've put it together. Smash a like on today's video. Patreons as well. The tactic is now available for you to download. Link down in the description to the Patreon if you want to support me as a creator. You get all the previous and future tactic uploads as a file so you can put it straight into your FM24 folder. If not, don't worry. I'm going to go through all the TI and PIs, everything you need for this tactic. Let's go. Okay, so before we start, I just thought I'd show you like the goals. Vinicius Jr., 41 in 47. Rodrigo, 25 in 43. Brahim Diaz has scored 10 as well in 35. Unfortunately, the game ended up putting him as the number 10 and then Jude as the Mazzala. Now, I've been playing Federico Valverde as the Mazzala, but anyway, it's not helped Jude's season. He's done all right, 9 goals in 41, but that would have been so much better if that was a cam. So imagine what the league table would have looked like with him as the cam. 59% possession. Real Madrid, it's about realistic that. Real Sociedad and Barcelona, obviously very possession orientated. So yeah, 59 is about right. Outperforming everyone in the goals per game. Over 100 more shots as well than Barcelona with a nice conversion record of 47%. Not bad considering we don't really have the out-and-out striker. And we also have Real Madrid they have about the 5th or 6th best PPDA in the league, but we have the best in the game as well. So it's quite a nice pressing system without being overly aggressive. Okay, so this is how it looks. A 4-3-1-2. Let's dive into it. So sweeper, keeper, on support, we've gone with Lunin. No player instructions. Now the Carvajal role, the fullback roles, they kind of do have to offer width, but they're not absolutely totally aggressive. Like sometimes when Camavinga plays on the left side, it kind of alters it a little bit. But I've gone with Carvajal just as a fullback. He's not an absolute complete wingback, but he does get into forward areas to offer support. So that's why I've got him fullback on attack. Rudiger, ball playing defender, no player instructions, but he is as a stopper. With Alaba, the left side, as a defender. I think Militao's injured. Yeah, Militao's injured at the moment along with Courtois. But we've got Alaba as the ball-playing defender just on defend. And then the left-back, Mendy, no play instructions with that, just wing-back on support. Right, this is where, for me, you can get a little bit creative. You know, you've got your Toni Kroos, you've got your Tchouaménis, you've got your Valverdes, you've got your Modric, you've got your Bellingham at times, Camavinga, Ceballos. I think this changes depending on the personnel. Now, in pre-season, it did end up looking a little bit like a diamond. I actually did a tactics diamond with this. But as it's developed, and if you look at the sort of like the passing network of the recent games against Barcelona and Atleti, you can see it almost looks like a 4-3-1-2 with the deepest player been this Modric roll-off on this left-hand side. So what I've done is, I think whatever you do in here, you could probably change this side. Like, if it was going to Camavinga, you could maybe go Carrilero. You could double Mazzala it. Advanced playmaker, roaming playmaker. You've got loads of little options in here. So, deep line playmaker on support. The Modric role, no player instructions. Tchouaméni, I've just gone central midfield on support. I think it could have been a box-to-box. No, not a box-to-box. More of a ball winner, Tchouaméni in there. But I've just gone with centre midfield on support. But by all means, you know, you could add things such as take fewer risks, dribble less, perhaps, if you just want more of a ball-winning midfielder. And then the Valverde role, we've gone with Mazzala with the instructions of tackle harder. The Jude Bellingham role, obviously absolutely flourishing in real life, playing as the number 10. We've got dribble more because if you look at his stats, I'll put them on screen right now, his FB ref stats, absolutely amazing in terms of dribbling. I didn't realise how high he was up in terms of percentiles. Roam from position, because we do want him to be a little bit of, you know, the chief creator. We know that he'll work hard to get back into position, so we don't mind him roaming. And then tackle harder. I think it's a really good press that they've got with the energy of Vinicius and Rodrigo up front, and then Bellingham, who, you know, he's playing as a 10, but he's got the industry as a number 8. And then the two forwards, I've gone with advanced forward because I want them to do similar jobs. They've both got dribble more on and stay wider with their role as advanced forward. So they're going nice and high, they're stretching the play. Into the team mentality, we've gone positive. We want to kind of hold on to the ball a little bit. They have got decent possession numbers. Obviously not tiki-taka Barcelona style, really Sociedad style, but still pretty high up. We've got work into the box, mainly because we've got Rodrigo and Vinny that are not great in the air. Real Madrid have got the most touches in the penalty area, which kind of says to me that they're kind of working things into the penalty box. Maybe a few dribbles, a few passes, rather than crosses into the box. Shorter passing with slightly higher tempo and be more expressive. Attack fairly wide, attacking width as well, but I have been moving that as and when I've needed, in particular when we've played against teams with low blocks. I've really tried to open the pitch out, but generally I start in the middle and then just, depending on how we go, if we need to tighten up, I will go fair and narrow to make sure that we're nice and compact. In transition, take short kicks. I've just left that blank. I want him to be quite open to playing into the midfield, playing to the fullbacks and centre half, so I've just gone with Lav, so I've just left it as a general take short kicks. Counter-attacking, when they're playing against these bigger teams, perhaps, not bigger teams, but more technical, possession-based sides, Barcelona in particular, the breaks, the counter-attacks, absolutely sensational. So we've got that on with a little bit of a counter-press. Those front three up there, we really want to press. Valverde as well, Tchouaméni will be excellent in counter-pressing. We've also got loads of bodies in the middle of the midfield. We're doing shorter passing, so there's going to be a lot of breakdowns in here. So it makes sense. We're going to have a lot of bodies, hopefully, around the ball. So counter-pressing should be pretty good, and that maybe shows why our PPDA was the best in the league. And then out of possession, we've gone with high line and higher press, but not absolute overkill. We've just done slightly more trigger press, so I've not touched that. Prevent short distribution. I'd like the goalkeeper to kick it long, so we're going to set up quite high, and I've left everything else. All right. I'm really chuffed. I would love to use this in my Malaga save, but I'm forcing myself to play a 4-2-3-1 as part of the save rules. But this, I think because you've got the flexibility of the midfield, you obviously need someone who's going to drop in and support. But by all means, you could do that. The middle one could be a deep line playmaker on support. This could be a Mazzarri, it could be a Carrilero, could be a roaming playmaker. That could just be a central midfielder on defend if you want someone really sort of as a holding midfielder. They'll do that on defend. If you put that onto defend there, hold position, then becomes an option. You could go take fewer risks, dribble less. So he's a very, very basic central midfielder to give you a little bit of stability and maybe allow two wider midfield players to then really kick on into that final third. All right, that is Carlo Ancelotti's 4-3-1-2. Let me know in the comments which tactical recreation you would like to see next. There is 5 tactics videos out this week. For the rest of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturday. And it's going to be the same next week. So make sure you subscribe. See you later.